Welcome once again to the Schmidt Show here on News Radio 1029 KARN. I am your host, Brad Schmidt. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. 501-403-KARN is the phone number. That's 501-403-5276. If you happen to be in Bossier City and struggle with the alphabet, we'd love to talk with you today about any of the things and all of the things that we are going to be talking about. We've got a lot on the docket, if you will. Of course, some big news still going on about the Hunter Biden conviction. There's now discussion that if he's sentenced to probation, he might be required to do drug tests and some other crazy things like that. So we might get into that. We spent a lot of time on it yesterday, so I'm not sure we'll spend much on it today, but it is out there. Of course, the pride flag flying at the VA here in Arkansas. Some folks not so happy about that. In fact, Congressman Bruce Westerman has once again issued a challenge over such things. And we'll get into that discussion because I wonder if this would be a different discussion if it was a different flag. So the pro-life movement has their own flag. It's a white flag with a couple of different colors on it, I think blue and pink and some other things, and what appears to be or like the silhouettes of baby footprints on the flag. So what about in October when it's pro-life month? If we wanted to fly the pro-life flag over the VA? What about the Gadsden flag for the month of July in pride for the American values and way of life and liberty and freedom and all those things? What if we flew a Gadsden flag on the flagpole at the VA? So we'll get into some of that discussion because I think that's a fair question to ask. Why the pride flag? Why June? Why the pride flag? There's a million other movements and people without a voice, not being able to be heard in all sorts of arenas, and this idea that the pride stuff, the LGBTQIA whatever alphabet soup they've added to it now, that they don't have a voice is nonsense. They've got one of the biggest voices on the planet. Nearly every single major corporation, every single news outlet, media system in the country can't help themselves but pander all over the place for the entire month of June. It's probably the single loudest voice in the entire gamut of political movements these days. In fact, it's about the only movement that has carte blanche to essentially denigrate and humiliate and do everything they can to embarrass everyone else who's not a part of it. This idea, we're unseen, we're unheard, BS. You're the most seen and most heard group on the planet, because you've forced us all to participate in your delusion. I got to go through training every other couple of weeks at work about how to not be a homophobe or a transphobe or some other kind of phobe related to the DEI crowd. Don't tell me you don't have a voice. Don't tell me you're not heard or not seen. You're the most obnoxious, loud, outspoken, annoying group on the planet. And the reason your stupid murals keep getting vandalized and people start laying black marks on your stupid street-painted murals is because we're sick and tired of being force-fed you're crazy and you're nonsense. If you want to be gay, be gay. I don't care. Nobody else cares either. And the fact that you have made it the entirety of your identity is weird. It's not that, oh, you're gay, so you're weird. The fact that it's your identity, like that is who you are, is what's weird. I mean, imagine for a moment if every day you went to work, you had a coworker that bragged about all of the heterosexual sex they had with their wife the night before. It would be weird, it would be creepy, and no one would want to know about it. And even if they didn't go out and brag about it, but they just made sure that everybody knew by the way they acted, by the way they dressed, by the way they carried themselves, that, oh, that guy's definitely a hetero and he's definitely married monogamously to the same woman for the last 30 years. No one cares. It would be weird and it would be creepy, and you would probably be fired and dragged out of your company and possibly even arrested for sexual harassment. So why do we have this carve out? We talk about equal rights. Why do we have a special right for people who are a part of that community to flaunt every bit of their sexual identity to everyone around them and intentionally make everyone around them uncomfortable about it? Don't tell me you don't have a voice. Don't tell me you're not seen. Don't tell me you're not heard. We hear you, we see you, and we are force-fed everything about you for an entire month every year. I can't turn on YouTube or Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hulu or any of them without being, hey, do you want to watch this movie about how this guy's gay? Do you want to watch another movie about how this lady's a lesbian? Do you want to watch this movie about being a transgender person? Do you want to watch this movie about being a queer, being a bi this or a gender queer that? We're absolutely sandblasted with it every single day. And it's not just in June. It's all year long. You go out to breakfast and there's some lady at the counter that you don't know if it's actually a lady or a woman or a man or what they are. You don't know how to address them. You don't know if you say sir or ma'am, whether you're going to get into some altercation and then put up on Facebook or Twitter or all the other social media and humiliated because you committed the cardinal sin of not knowing whether a dude that is clearly a dude dressed like a woman with pink eyebrows and pink hair and pink fingernails and high heels and a tube top. We have no idea if we're going to be ruined, have our lives destroyed, have our careers ended, be fired for saying anything about that. We're sick and tired of it. Just go be you. Do whatever you want to do. Be gay, be trans, be lesbian. Nobody cares. We're not trying to stop you from doing it. We just don't want to be force-fed this crap anymore. For the last 2 weeks, every time I turn on my TV, I have a Vizio TV. For the last 2 weeks, every time I turn on my TV, it's ads about, hey, you want to watch this movie about gay people or lesbian people or trans people or whatever other weird fetish thing they've got going on? I've never seen any movies about, hey, do you want to watch this movie about how this heterosexual monogamous couple who's been married for 30 years are in love with each other and quite enjoy their own family and don't have any weird mental health issues? So to those of you at the VA, whoever's in leadership over there, nobody cares that it's the pride flag. What we are angry about, what we're upset about, is that it's a flag at all other than the American flag. Because I guarantee you, no one at the VA, no one in the Department of Defense, no one at the Pentagon, no one in the White House, no one in any government agency anywhere would allow in October VA to fly the pro-life flag. No one would allow in July the Gadsden flag, the Don't Tread on Me flag. No one would allow any other flag at any other time. So don't give me this crap you don't have equal rights. You've got equal rights. In fact, you get special treatment everywhere you go. Everybody that works with you, everybody that is a coworker of yours, a neighbor of yours, a friend of yours, they've got to tiptoe around you every single day because they're afraid that if they say anything about any of it, that they will be destroyed. They will have their lives turned upside down. So don't give me this crap you don't have equal rights. You've got special rights. You've been treated with special kid gloves for decades. So go do whatever you want to do. Live your life however you want to live it. No one cares. If you come up to me and tell me you're gay, great. Whatever you want to do with your life, up to you. I don't care at all. I just don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about my friends come telling me about all the heterosexual sex they have with their wives. I don't want to hear about your sexual adventures in any way, shape, or form either. So let's talk about equal rights. You shut up about your sexuality. I'll shut up about mine. We'll all live our lives, and no one will know if you're gay or not. But that's really the problem in all of this. That's really the problem in all of this. It's not that you don't feel seen or heard. It's that you want to be able to brag about the sexual identity that you've chosen for yourself. And you want everybody else around you to celebrate in it with you. That's what this is about. That's what all of this is about. It has never been about, oh, we're unheard, we're unseen, we want equal rights. BS. It has always been about, hey, everybody, look at me. Look how special I am. Look how unique I am. Look how different I am. No one cares. We're all just trying to live our lives, go to work, do our jobs, earn our paycheck, come home to our families, and enjoy the lives that we've created. No one cares. No one. The only people that care are the delusional, self-centered, egotistical, maniacal crazies that have to tell everybody, hey, everybody, guess what? I engage in gay sexual activity as regularly as I possibly can. No one cares. Shut up about it. I don't talk about my sex life. I don't want you to talk about yours. I would be fired from my job in a near instant if I did what any of the people in the homosexual community did on a daily basis. So don't give me this crap about equal rights. You've got equal rights and then some. We'll continue with the Schmidt Show next on News Radio 102.9 KRN.